Hello, we are from Group 3 and we will present about the company that we interview, which is SAZIDA Global Sdn Bhd. Before we start, let me introduce ourselves first. My name is Norin Farhana Binti Mohamad Fauzi. My matrix number 212483.
Hi, my name is Maizatul Shuhadah Binti Malek. My matrix number is 211625.
Hi, my name is Farhana Zaini and my matric number is 212003.
Hi, my name is Chu Tianshu and my matric number is 204994.
That's right. Let me start with the introduction of the interviewee that we interview. Next slide. The interviewee name is Norashida Binti Ali, and she is an accountant at SAZIDA Global Sdn Bhd. Next slide. Next, I will present about the company background. The name of the company is SAZIDA Global Sdn Bhd. This company is a manufacturing company that manufactures carbonated beverage that is known as Vira Fresh. There are 5 flavors of Vira Fresh, which are orange, grape, strawberry, ice cream soda, and salsapila. Vira Fresh has already been produced in 2013 in Malaysia. Previously, Vira Fresh product has entered the Mayday market and RM2 market. But starting in 2021, the Angkasa Vira Fresh are increasingly known and entered the Angkasa market, namely government cooperative in the Zimat base. Lastly, SAZIDA Global is in a customer product industry. Next slide. Next, I will explain the process of starting and completing a product, which is Vira Fresh. The first process is mixing process, when all the raw material, which is water, carbonated drink, sugar, citric acid, food coloring, and preservative is mixed together. Then the next process is filling. This process requires a funnel to fill the mixture into the bottle. Next is capping process. This process is to close the bottle. The next process is labeling, when the brand sticker will be put on the bottle. All the process is done manually, which is all the process is done by human labor. This company does not use any machine since the cost of the machine is very expensive. Lastly is storing the product. The product will be packed in wrapping plastic, and there will be 12 bottles for each carton. Then it will be stored in storeroom at a room temperature. So that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay, I will explain the cost accumulation. Cost accumulation is a process of collecting cost information by using a formal cost accounting system. There are 2 types of formal cost accounting system, which are job order costing and process costing. Job order costing is accumulating material, labor, and overhead costs into individual job, and it is designed for the production of smaller batch product. Process costing is accumulating cost by cost center and then design the average cost of products. It is designed for production process and that create large quantities of unit over an extended period of time. SAZIDA Global at first adopted process costing to record the information relating to their cost, but for the past 2 years, they are made an improvement by started to use job order costing. This means that this company use both cost accounting system. In addition, since SAZIDA Global received job from Angkasa, they need to use both cost accounting system. The process costing will be used to record the cost for production of product that will be distributed to distributor, while the job order costing will be used to record the cost of production of product which are based on the order. After certain calculations have been made, it turned out that using both cost accounting system are the best way for SAZIDA Global to increase their income. I will pass to the next presenter.
I will explain about the cost measurement. There is three types of costing in cost measurement, which are actual costing, standard costing, and normal costing. Actual costing is when the company used the actual cost of material, labor, and overhead to record the cost that incurred for the product. Standard costing is when the company used the estimated cost to record the cost of material, labor, and overhead incurred for the product. Normal costing is when the company used the combination of actual and estimated cost to record the cost of material, labor, and overhead for the product. SAZIDA Global use actual costing to calculate the cost that incurred for the product. This next slide. This is the table to illustrate on how the company applying the actual costing. The direct material used in the making syrup that will be used in the production of carbonated beverage are RO water, sugar, aspartame, sucralose, citric acid, sodium benzoate, and cream soda. The other direct material used are capping, bottle, plastic wrapping, gas, and label. The production of carbonated beverage required 220 milliliter of syrup that cost Rm 26 cents, capping the cost Rm 8 cents, bottle that cost 44 cents, plastic wrapping that cost 8 cents, gas that cost 5 cents, and label that cost 3 cents. Next, I will pass to the next presenter.
I will continue to the cost assignment. Cost assignment is a process of identifying, accumulating, and assigning cost to the specific cost objects. SAZIDA Global use unit produce as the cost driver to assigning the direct material cost and use labor hour to assign the cost related to direct labor per hour. This company still operate manually with 10 workers for the production process, and each worker have a different specialty. The company can produce 20 cartons per hour with 10 workers and will produce only 5 cartons per hour if the number of workers reduces. I will pass to the next presenter.
I will continue in explaining the cost assignment. I will explain on how they apply the cost assignment. For direct material cost, every bottle of carbonated beverage produced will use the same quantity of direct material. This can be seen in the production of 1 carton of carbonated beverage. The direct material used, such as syrup, in every bottle is 220 milliliter that costs 26 cents per bottle. This indicates directly that the total cost for syrup in the production of 1 carton carbonated product simply calculated by multiply the cost of syrup per unit with the number of unit in 1 carton. For direct labor cost, each worker will work 8 hours per day and 26 days per month, with the rate of direct labor per hour is Rm 7 ringgit and 21 cents. I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay, next I will give some suggestions to improve the costing system and justification. First of all, from the background of this company, we knew that the company's production very fresh are increasing knowing and enter the shop RM2, the Mardin, also the AXA market. So the company has a great development potential since they enter more markets. And the primary suggestion is that the company should create a system for costing, because nowadays the companies still use manual to calculate the cost. This is more risky compared with the company has a particularly costing system to let the employees to key in the costing information. And also manually calculate sometimes can make some mistakes or has some fraud. And then previously the company used the process costing, which has mass production of the similar products. And the company just produce regardless the incoming orders, the profits or the loss. But now they produce when there is an order or provide their products without an order. When there is an order, the risk is more or less compared with the previous one, which they produce and they don't have a budget. But the company still need to identify the risk and estimate the risk when there isn't an order. For example, they need to think about how they deal with their inventory when there has no orders from the customer. Okay, the next one, the company applies the actual cost, means they use the actual amounts for direct labor and the direct material costs. which is good because they give the company the real-time analysis. And the next one is about allocation basis. The company use the direct labor as their cost driver. They put the price on the annually basis. They also have the budget and the object for the daily production, such as they have the 115 for large cartons and 115 for the small cartons for 1 day production and in normal situation. But every day per hour will be the same. This one need to be adjusted because let's say, for example, if they have a huge order from the customer, they can't produce the finished good at the agreement days. So how can they do it? They need to work overtime, right? Such as they need to work on the weekends or on the weekends. So the salary on the weekends should be higher than the weekdays. And then they have also the minimal production objects. If there is some employees cannot come, they have the alternative objects. I think that's good and flexible. And last but not least, the company use the manuals to produce instead of the machines. So we suggest the company need to be more micronized when the company is growing in size. One reason is that because the machine is easy for estimate the cost compared with the human labors. Just take an example, such as the cost for the labors will be different estimate based on their working experience, such as when they are working and they are be treated for a long time, they may get more working skills, right? So the older, how they differentiate between the older and the young employees. So it's very hard to estimate the human labor cost. However, the cost of the machine is more fixed. Okay, I think that's all from me and that's all from our group. And next one is the evidence of our interview. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your listening.